Hell yeah, drug room. Drug room in Scotland. The site for the UK's first drug consumption room in Scotland revealed. So basically, there's a lot of nuance behind this. It turns out that this might never happen anyway because it's illegal, and like Westminster are going, you can't do that because that's you literally facilitating crime. But Scotland's being Scotland, and instead of doing wonderful things like, protecting our border, protecting our culture and heritage, actually introducing Gaelic in schools instead of like making all the road signs Gaelic instead of actually teaching people fucking Gaelic. Oh, look, our road signs are Gaelic. That's great. No one knows what they fucking say because Scottish people don't speak Gaelic because you don't fucking teach it in schools, which is actually based on an old English law, by the way. Look it up. They tried to ban our language because they wanted to anglicise us. And let's just say to an extent it worked. But this is the one they focus on. They want a drug room. The pilot facility, the first of its kind, is expected to be approved after it goes before officials. No, it won't. It's going to get challenged in Westminster because technically it's illegal. The proposed location for Scotland's drug consumption room, the first in the UK, has been revealed, and I'm absolutely not surprised where it is. Glasgow City Council is expected to approve plans for the pilot safe drug consumption facility, which campaigners say could be life-changing in the country's battle against the crisis of drug deaths. The proposed location for the facility would be Hunter Street in the city's East End, where a heroin-assisted treatment service has been operating since 2019. And that place is a hotbed for basically see the way Democrat cities look. That's what that place is like. It will open 365 days a year between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. and the report states that, if approved, alcohol and drug recovery services will recruit, train and manage the workforce required. The Scottish Government committed £2.3 million from April 2024 for its first year of operating, while Glasgow's Health and Social Care Partnership will pay building costs and for the necessary redesign of Hunter Street. And it's like a tiny, there's a little room, there's a little injection room. I'm going to go in and spark up a joint. I'm just gonna go in and spark up a joint, man. But like, they've got it all looking all nice. This place is going to look ruined and destroyed after a couple of weeks. It's going to be absolutely fucked. The plans will be taken to the City Council's Integration Joint Board, a partnership between the Council and NHS, which directs the Health and Social Care Partnership for approval. The meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, September 27th. Now, there's a theory that someone actually mentioned this about me. I'll try and remember it for the end. There is a theory behind why they're doing this. Now, people are going, oh, that's great. This is a nice left-wing leftist thing. It might not be, by the way. I'll save it for the end, though. After first being proposed in 2016, plans for the facility could not progress without change to the Crown Office prosecution policy. Earlier this month, Lord Advocate Dorothy Bain, hey, that's my lawyer! Holy shit, I didn't know it was her! Oh my god, said, fuck's sake, said she would not prosecute those found in possession of controlled substances within the pilot facility. Holy shit, Dorothy. Dorothy, you're involved in this? My god, that's my fucking lawyer. I'm not joking. Remember when I said I'm hiring my crack legal team? She was on my legal team. That's amazing. I didn't know that. In a statement, she said she believed it would not be in the public interest to prosecute drug users for simple possession offences committed within a pilot safer drugs consumption facility, which makes sense because then that becomes entrapment. Oh yeah, you can totally do drugs in here, and then they come in and do drugs, and they're like, anyway, you're under arrest. Like that is, I get that. I understand that. No way. There are now more than 100 similar facilities worldwide, including in Europe, Canada and Australia. Earlier this month, Glasgow City Council became the first local authority in the UK to formally support the decriminalisation of drug consumption last week. Now, as you all know, Drug Scotland, Train Spotting wasn't just a movie, right? It was, we've had a massive problem with heroin for a very long time. Just the other week, I saw a heroin deal happening, see the street the cat house is on? You know where the Macintosh Hotel is? Everyone in Glasgow knows exactly where I'm talking about. There, you can get anything you want there. It happens in broad daylight, right out in front of everyone. The hotel where they keep the immigrants. Yeah, you can get everyone there. I saw them using needles and everything like that. They were handing needles out while they were selling stuff. Happens all the time there. Now, the theory behind this, right, is The East End is the roughest part of Glasgow, right? It's the roughest part, but it's where you get like the real people. See people that live in like the West End. Hey, we should like go to art school. It's only like £1 a drink. You know, those people. See how Glasgow University. See how you get towns or like states or countries or places like that have their whole accents. You know, like if you go to another state in America, you might find a different accent. This is the only place where a building has an accent, right? It's the Glasgow Uni accent, and it makes you want to fucking rip the person's eyes out, right? It's the most annoying accent in the world, right? The people that live in the West End of Glasgow, they're not people, right? They're not people, you know? They're not like you or me. The East End of Glasgow is where you find actual people, right? Someone that you can have a conversation with because you're on the same wavelength, because you're also a person, right? But the East End is like the roughest part of Glasgow. Now, the theory that someone mentioned to me the other day is the police will be given orders that if someone is a known heroin user or they're caught with heroin on them, they will then be taken to this facility, which means they are removed from the city centre where they cause shit tons of problems and they're dumped in the East End. And the average heroin user doesn't exactly have, you know, money for a bus or a train to come back to the city centre. So that's the thought process behind it, because there's junkies all over the city centre of Glasgow. There's even more of them. It gets worse. You see them fighting all the time and everything. One of them tried to fucking fight two of my writers when they were getting their train the other day. It's getting quite bad. So the theory is that when this opens up, the police will be on orders to take them all out of the city centre and dump them here. So it makes the city centre of Glasgow look very nice and pretty because there's no junkies wandering around. That's a theory. I don't know if that's true or not, but it remains to be seen. I do, however, you know, I'm libertarian, so, you know, fuck the feds. And if you want to put poison in your body, it's your body. You can do what you want. You're an adult and you're free to make your own stupid decisions. But I have a feeling that this plan is going to massively backfire.